Hi, this is Lynette. I'm the soap lady. This is our third colorant. This is our green again. Remember, we have a three-color soap: green, orange, green. So I'm going to measure out the 3 ounces that goes in this cup, that goes in this. Oops, got to put it on this side so I can see it. And I've got my colorant already in its container. So I have to put some soap in it so I can mix it. And I usually use a little whisk, but this batch is too heavy to use it because that's a light whisk. It's a light for mixing milks, mixing liquids. It works perfect if your soap is not so thick. And this is just mixing up the green powdered colorant. If your soap is thinner, you can go ahead and use your stick blender again to help put it in, but this one's too thick and I don't want it to set up anymore because then I won't be able to get it on top of the orange layer. So sometimes you end up with little darker speckles. It's just a powdered colorant, cosmetic grade. It doesn't hurt anything. Now I'm ready to start mixing in the fragrance oil. You want to make sure always blend it. You don't want any oil left on the top, and you don't want any pockets of fragrance oil. Okay, over to the batch and pour it in. The smaller buckets are always easier to do. It's that big pan of the largest amount of soap that's always harder. You can see how it's setting up. So we just have to make sure and get it so we have a nice green layer on top of this orange. And I'm going to shake it a little. Take my paper up from down here. Okay, that's ready. Now we have to put a lid on it. You want it to start its heating process immediately. So I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to... There. That's the end of that batch, except now we have to cover it. Here's my covering. You use either... these are moving pads. Moving pads are the cheapest thing you can get, and they really help hold the heat in. So what you want to do is cover your soap. It has to go through its saponification part, which means it has to heat up, and it stays covered until about 24 hours the next day. We won't unmold this until tomorrow. It starts within about 20 minutes or so. It's going to start the saponification, which means the chemical reaction is going to start in the very center of it. It's going to start remelting, and it goes all the way out. And the reason you keep it covered is you want that heat and that melt to go all the way out to the very end so you don't have any chalky. That's what makes the best soaps, nice, good, and smooth. So that's the great part of making soap. I could open it up in about 30-40 minutes and we could take a peek if you'd like, and you can see what it looks like then.